because it's long. I'm like, I don't remember that one being so long. I got bored. Like, we're not done yet. We're done now. We're done now. Hi, everybody. How are you today? Welcome. Good morning. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's snowing. It's snowing. Good morning, afternoon, Carol. Normally I'm on a morning. Jenny, good morning. Afternoon. Afternoon. Normally I'm on at 10 in the morning. Having to readjust my schedule a little bit. I had it. I'm a little ADD. Okay. Squirrel. A little ADD. And so I had some things and some thoughts on how God bless America. Now, why is it going to do that? Continue streaming. It did go to My Mystical Life. This is my only problem with this software, is sometimes it disconnects from where I need it to go, and it's annoying because then I'm not hitting everybody. Okay, good, beautiful morning, afternoon. Hi, Heather. So happy New Year, everybody. Happy New Year. So I had it in my brain that I was going to start doing all my mornings at 10 a.m. I was going to be all excited about it. And I was really super excited to set a schedule for myself because I was out at 7:30 this morning, taking care of horses, picking up poop. That's my favorite thing to do. Not really. So all sorts of fun stuff happening here. And then I had a shift in our schedule. So now I'll be going closer to the afternoons is when I'll be doing our lives. I will say we have a couple things coming up. We do have the online, it's a hybrid, so it's in-store and online psychic development class, which is a lot of fun. If you guys have never done it, we have a blast. It's not just about learning, it's about community as well. So, and it's about self-confidence. So that's super, 111, you're totally right, Carol. It's super important. That is like one of the major keys in being an intuitive. That's it. First of all, everybody's an intuitive. So just that self-confidence is a big deal. And then the other thing we have going on, we have starting in February, is the year-long shamanic apprenticeship. I like to think our shamanic apprenticeship is very, very affordable because I think it is something that has been given to humanity, and it is knowledge that should be shared and passed around. Unfortunately, doing all this is not free, so I do have to charge. But anyways, so hi, I need a haircut badly. So I was just on TikTok. I was just on TikTok, and that was fun. You were joining. Who is this? Jenny who? Jenny A. Yeah, you have to, and we would, because we're getting ready to really have some fun this year. We are really getting ready to have some fun. Well, thank you, Jenny. I needed that actually. I try. Okay, who has seen the Il Maquillage foundation online? This is so stupid. People are like, we didn't come on for this, but yes, you did. Jenny Adams. Hi, Jenny Adams. So I just went, screw it. I'm going to buy it. I'm going to try it because it's hard when you're doing an online like this. You either have oily skin or whatever. It's not easy, and it's good stuff. It's really good stuff. I was surprised. Happy New Bear Sol. Hi, how are you? All right, everybody. So what we're going to do, if everybody could share one time to a group that is relevant, not Knitters Anonymous, that would be fabulous. I would appreciate it so much. But I was on TikTok, and I don't know a damn thing about TikTok. That's what that tells me. Nothing. I know nothing about TikTok. I need a tutorial. I think that Tanya Lee and I are going to sit and talk, and she's going to be like, oh, yeah, you know nothing. All right, so let's talk about the new year. We have a planetary alignment coming. The vibrations from that planetary alignment are going to be awesome. Awesome. It's going to bring into synchronicity quite a few things. But with the big deal for synchronicities this year is financial. You stink at TikTok too. It's hard. There's a learning curve. There's a learning curve, but it's okay. Financial The financial thing this year is going to be an alignment. It's coming in with that planetary alignment as well. But I mean, there's just going to be some things that fall into place that are going to help people move forward. So here's what, Amber Allen, good morning. What I'm going to tell you is aim high. Aim high. Shoot for the moon. Don't just be mediocre. Okay? Don't be mediocre. There's plenty of people that are willing to be mediocre. Let's not do that shit. Let us aim high so that as our year starts to unfold and we see our greatness, we can be so proud of ourselves and just be like, damn it, I could have sat over here and done nothing, but look where I'm at over here. Aim high. If you have a business idea, put it into motion. Aim for the stars, you guys. Aim for the stars. I want to talk about the resonance from this alignment again. I'm keep going back to the alignment. I'm sorry. I want to talk about the resonance. It's something that's like a shock wave through the universe. It's a shock wave through the universe. You guys know that? Like the harmonic resonance that's going to come from this particular planet within our universe is going to have like just this rolling energy. I want to talk about drones. And we're going to channel this morning, y'all. We're going to channel. And the optimal time it is January 25th, Carol. January 25th. This is an excellent time for extraterrestrial observation. We just had the black full moon or the black new moon. Did you guys go out and see how incredible the stars were? It was just stunning. We're very fortunate out here. We live in the middle of nowhere in Ohio. Not nowhere, but I mean, our skies are very dark. When it's beautiful out, it's just gorgeous. I mean, those stars just sparkle. But it was so stunning. Drones there in New Jersey. So what I want to say here is that this is a great time for extraterrestrials to come in and be able to get a in-close observation of people. And I'm not talking probing. Okay. Else I can think of is Paul Bagel. But because there's so much going on in our skies, there's so many things that are misidentified, and it's just a little bit easier for them to be able to get a closer look at what we have going on, because people are looking at them as government drones or personal drones or whatever. And then we have the people, and I'm going to say this because I really I like validation behind things. There are a bunch of people that are just assuming everything is extraterrestrial when it's not. There were people taking pictures of Saturn and not knowing that it was Saturn. And our eyes play tricks on us, you guys. It looks like it's moving after you stare at it for a while. And they're taking pictures of Saturn and trying to figure out what it is. And then they get upset when people tell them it's Saturn. And I'm on a lot of different groups that I've been watching this go on. And really, I'll tell you, there is a great piece of technology. You can put an app you can put on your phone. I know, right? Ooh, face palm. It is a constellation or planetary app that tells you where the constellations are in the sky. So all you have to do is take your phone and point it to the sky, and it'll tell you exactly where the constellations and the planets are. So this is a great piece of technology for the upcoming alignment as well. How cool is that? So I don't know the name of it. I'm sure somebody on here does know the name of it, but make sure that you're going out and enjoying the alignment and not just taking pictures of it. Just enjoy the energy from it. What are your thoughts about the fog? What are my thoughts about the fog? Yeah, it's the Sky app, something like that. Stargazer app tells you all of them. That's great. See, I knew somebody knew it. Of course, it's Heather. So what do I think of the fog? Now, I will tell you that I do not engage in a lot of, for a better word, of conspiracy theory, right? I just don't engage in a lot of it just because it hurts my brain after trying to put, hi from Scotland, trying to put so much in there. But with that being said, they're talking about this across the world. Like, across the world, where they'll see this fog, and then, so because Sam was watching it last night, and I was like, what the hell is going on? And there was stuff in this lady's swimming pool, and this is happening all over. Hey, Jansen. Hi, Susie. How are you? We're talking about the fog, and Jansen will be one to tell you that I don't do like conspiracy theory stuff. I just don't. But this is interesting, right? It's interesting. And so many people have gotten sick so quickly that on the fog, gotcha. So I don't know. I have no formed opinion if I'm going to sit here and think about it. Happy New Year. If I'm going to sit here and think about it and ask my guides about it, and I can tell you what my guides have to say, if you really want to know, I can tell you. But here we are, right wing wander. But here we are. I'll tell you what my guides say. Hey, Berlin, how are you? You haven't heard anything about the fog, so just look it up, Amber. It's out there. It's all over Facebook, and it is people talking about the fog having a smell and a consistency that when you go to put your hands through it, that it feels different than a regular fog. I've seen this. They also talk about when you go to take a picture of this particular fog, not regular fog, but this particular fog, that it has particles in it. And then there's talking about it falling into swimming pools and turning into big like snowballs worth of stuff and stuff like that. So Susie, I'm not going to say you're incorrect. My guides say wear a mask, and I don't want to wear a mask. My guides say pull your shirt up. Don't just breathe it in. Don't just breathe it in is what they're telling me. And that's me. You have a guide who tells you that humans are too nosy. We are nosy. But for me to say, my guides are like, it's, oh gosh. So if we can go into depth on this, my guides talk about it being something that as we breathe it in, that it clings to the inside of the tissue. You're extremely blessed always, April. And that some of the things we hear are legit. Something about the when we breathe it in, something about the nasal tissue or absorbing in through the nasal tissue, and the coughing. The coughing is associated with that. Anybody else have a dull, annoying cough? Oh, I didn't realize I did, but I do. I'm just trying to see what else you're having to say. So I'm not ignoring anybody. I'm just Mrs. Ruby Jewel. Good morning, afternoon. And I don't know why they're talking about teeth either. They're talking about teeth. Oh, I got it. I understand why. Never mind. I understand why. I was trying to dig deeper into something else, and it's one of my sinus infections. Sinus infections. It's going to be a source of sinus infections, because when I get a sinus infection, it's my guide's giving me my validation. When I get a sinus infection, I do not have. It's 10:23 in the morning in California, so it is morning for you. I'm good on point there. I do not have. So there's a chamber between your sinuses and the roof. This is like, you guys really don't even know that. But I don't have the chamber that separates the sinuses between the roots of the teeth. So when I get a sinus infection, it immediately sets on top of my teeth. That's how my guides let me know that it's causing a sinus infection, because when that happens, then the teeth hurt immediately. So Yay. You're Pisces? Me too. So Sam's a Capricorn. He just had his birthday on New Year's Eve, and he's really excited about this alignment. Justin says cloud seeding. Many states are seeding with salts and silver iodide, not conspiracy. Salts, what to do with the salt bath zombie cop? What did the salt bath salt zombie teach us? Justin, this is a off topic thing for me. I don't usually engage in the and what we consider conspiracy theory stuff. This is somebody asked a question, and I'm just feeding what my guides are giving me. So this is not my normal type of discussion. So what did the salt bath zombie pump? I have no idea. I really am. I don't engage. Anybody that really like knows me personally in the feed will tell you that I'm the one that stays out of this stuff, because I get too emotional. I know, it's weird. But sinus infections, I'm telling you, I'm really good at trip and falls, sinus infections, and what else? Does anybody know what else my guides are really great at? Somebody on here does. Jansen says, get that lymphatic system moving. If you're feeling any yuck, don't let it get stagnant. Absolutely. I can't. Conspiracy theories, I just don't. I don't. I know, I thought Sam was talking through me for a moment. I know, right, Heather? Earthquakes. The other thing I'm really good at is earthquakes. My guides are great at earthquakes. I don't have any earthquakes to call today, but we did have one, which is ridiculous that I didn't pick up on it. Not that I pick up on every earthquake, but it was only 10 miles away, 20 miles away from our house a couple days ago in Hicksville, Ohio. If that tells you where the hell we live in Ohio, nowhere. Billy Ann, good morning. How the hell are you? Anyhow, speaking of coughs, there we go. Nasopharynx. It's called nasopharynx. Yeah, I know Justin's coming in with the stuff where we're like, I don't know. I have no idea. I have no clue. So can I have a whoop whoop in the room this morning? I was on TikTok for a little bit and found out that I don't know a damn thing about TikTok, and that's okay. Well, thank you, Ruby. But did you pick up on the one on West Coast around the time of the cruise? Yes, I did. That was the California one. We were in class, and it's so funny because when they tell me about an earthquake, it is the weirdest sensation. They just go earthquake, and they tell me where, and it spits out my mouth. So I just, it looks weird, but I think I went something like, there's going to be an earthquake in California. And then all of a sudden my inbox was flooded a couple hours later with, hey, did you see the California earthquake? And here's me, because I don't ever remember I remember it, but it's just not something that sits in the front of my memory banks. And I was like, wow, you guys, there was an earthquake. That's really cool. And then I went, oh, that's why. Maybe YouTube videos for TikTok. Yeah, I do. Happy New Year. The first time I did it, the first time I did the earthquake thing, I was sitting in a local diner with my mother-in-law, and I'm just sitting there, and that's the way it happened. I was looking at, oh, here's what happened. I was looking at the TV screen, the news was on, and I looked at it, and I could swear that in my brain, I saw an earthquake come across the TV screen. But there was nothing there. And I went, oh my God, there's going to be an earthquake in New York City. Okay, New York City, which is not a normal earthquake thing, right? And my mother-in-law is like, yeah, Lisa's crazy. That's great. And then that afternoon, about 3 hours later, there was a significant earthquake in New York City. This was years ago. So yay. That's when it started. Whatever. Okay. Oh, so Amber Allen says, squirrel. I had a whoa moment the other night. I was in a pub and kept feeling like I was breathing smoke. No smoking in the building. Turns out many years ago it was a firehouse. I could see people walking out of the corner of my eye and no one was there. Right, Amber? That intuition is amazing, isn't it? It is amazing. Good morning. There's Christine Emerson. Good morning. Denise, good morning. You live in New York. You remember that. That was just an eye-opener for me. And that's what we call 2x4 therapy. Sometimes they come in, they bring us this information and they say, guess what? This is a thing you do. This is information we bring across. So I can only assume it's one guide that does it. And then it comes across. So let's see. Happy New Year, everybody. What are we manifesting this year? Let's talk about that. Well, I'm looking for somebody to read for. What are we manifesting? Let's go with Krista 23. Krista 23. Krista, whatever you have happening going on, happiness, I like it. Whatever you have going on right now, I need you to know that each step you take is totally protected and totally guided, by the way. Good evening in Welsh. And I know I'm not going to say that right because that pronunciation is so unique. I would love to learn the dialects over in that part of the world because they are so amazing. And you give me something phonic and I can usually pull it off, but that right there, I'm not going to try and slaughter. Not going to do it. A good man. Okay, I got it. Krista 23. Krista 23. So everything you do every day is protected right now. And there's one direction, one path that you're going to be taking that they're like, whoo. You love to hear Chris speak from Scotland. I know. He is just so much fun to listen to. There's one little step that you're going to be starting that is going to, it's so important for you. And it feels a little, Prinhound. See, I never would have gotten that right. Let me roll back up here. Never would have gotten that one right. Yeah, not would have gotten that one. I slotted that one. Thank you so much, Susie. Absolutely. I love the dialects over there. But I don't even try them. I don't even try them. I've thought about trying to do it through like, not Audible. Yeah. The one where you learn different languages. I can't remember the name of it. I've really thought about it. We're going to take a trip over there eventually. And I just, it's my areas. I love those areas. I've never been, but I feel them. You love when Chris says 6. Okay. All right. So moving on. Krista, I got to stay on track. See, squirrel. So there's one little thing that you're going to do that's going to feel totally off kilter for you. Like, I'm so scared, but make sure you take that step anyways. That's where we learn. Right? Let's see what card you have. Because if you are not moving forward because you're afraid, oh man, you don't get anywhere. 6, whatever. You don't get anywhere. You worry about the challenges rather than, this is great. Rather than babble. That's than what you can have. This is the shit or get off the pot card. This is the shit or get off the pot card. It says you can either stay right where you're at or you can move forward. It's your choice. Krista, that's what they say. It's your choice. Choose wisely, my son. The biggest thing your guides are telling you is to be flexible and not overdo it. Christine Emerson, have you gotten your new furniture yet? Happy New Year to you. Hi, everybody. There's Katrina. You thought he was saying sex forever. I know, right? I pulled up one of his recordings because he sends me voice recordings instead of messages. And I pulled it up to play for a friend the other day because I'm like, listening for the first time, can you tell me what this man's saying? What furniture? Oh, Christine Emerson has new furniture. Okay. Spiritual advice. So just, and I'm going to tell you this, your own advice is always going to be your best. So we are starting a psychic development class. You guys can find it on the webpage. Look up mymysticallife.com and it's on the front page. We are doing a hybrid class, so it will be online and in person. So it'll be in the store, and we will be teaching online as well. Super affordable for an 8-week class on how to trust your own intuition to move forward in life successfully and feel the confidence to do so. That is so important, having the confidence to do it. And then we also have the shamanic apprenticeship starts in February as well. So that is a year-long apprenticeship for people that want to dig deeper into healing. If you've never done shamanic type healing, or if you do energy healing and you're looking for something to dig deeper, man, let me tell you what, shamanism has walked this planet, well, has walked with people on this planet since the dawn of time. And it is some of the oldest healing practices you will ever find, and some of the deepest. Okay, moving on. That is also hybrid. It's online and in store. So it's all incorporated. Okay, moving on. All right, moving on. Can I get a whoop whoop in the room? Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year to you. Heather, as a student already, you are totally able to come attend in person or online. Previous students are totally allowed. Good Lord. All of a sudden my screen jumped. So let's do this. Let us do this. Carol A. I'm going to do cards. I'm just going to pull some cards here. It's time to get in charge of some of those little wayward emotions that may take you down roads you didn't really anticipate going down right out the gate. This is a year for you of being in charge. It is time to do so. It is time to do so. Susie. This is what we call, I'm not saying shotgun, but this is what it would do. When I have like 50 people on and we do shotgun, it's like a nightmare. I have to have a moderator for that because it just gets too much. But we don't have that many people on right now. So Susie, I'm not gonna show you the cards. I'm gonna talk about what I'm seeing here, and then they're just really quick readings. Susie, I want to go into being find the thing in your life that really ignites you. Find what really ignites you, because you may be doing a bunch of other things that may not light your fire, but do the things that really bring you joy, and you will never have to work another day in your life. But you're also going to be bringing in prosperity from that as well. So find the things that you really enjoy doing and set a price tag to them. I know that it doesn't matter what it is. There's an exchange of energy for everything. So make sure you're doing that, because you only moving forward are you going to find that financial security that you are really wanting to bring in the next year. Hope that's helpful. Jenny A. Jenny A. I'm sorry. So sometimes when I do readings, you guys, I just have to tell you exactly what I get, and I'm so sorry. All the time when I do readings, I do that. But sometimes it's not that. Right. Quit looking at things like going, I wish I could have that, but. I wish I could have that, but. Because if you live in that indecision of, do I get it? Do I not get it? I don't. What? Yeah, you waffle a lot on some of these things. The only way you're going to get there is if you step into having the plenty and the bounty in your mind and just saying, that is mine. Whatever memory has you sitting in the I might not deserve category, or that's too hard, or money doesn't grow on trees, all those things, the things that are blocking you, the emotional things that are blocking, it's time to do some inner child work and let that shit go. It doesn't serve you. Okay, moving on. Katrina. All right. And these are all tarot readings. They're not. Okay. Katrina, I would love for you to move forward in this next upcoming year. I know you have a lot of things going on, um, but you also have some self-limiting beliefs as well. So start to let go of some of the self-limiting beliefs that maybe you're not intellectual enough, or you can't handle things, or because they have the Page of Swords. And what I'm going to say is this particular card reversed like this says, maybe I'm not capable, but that's just because that's a thought process as well. The Knight of Pentacles is the next one, and it is also reversed, saying give yourself the leeway to be abundant. You can find some way to be abundant, and you can find some way to create self-identity. That's important, creating self-identity, because if you're not doing any of those things, then you're going to find that you're finding lack. This is supposed to be the happiest card in the whole thing. You to do this, to bring this way, you have to bring these up. You have to have some more trust in yourself, and some more thought that you can be everything that you need to be in this lifetime. And I'm supposed to pull one more. And you have this wonderful emperor guide that stands with you and says, they want to give you a kick in the ass and tell you to move forward. You've got whatever it is you need to do, perfect for you. You've got this. Okay, moving on. Marisol. Somewhere. Okay, so Marisol, there's going to be some tough decisions this year, and you need to just power through them, because the first card that I have for you is the Chariot. It is time to move forward. They're talking about that somewhere over the rainbow, that yellow brick road, and the yellow brick road's a little dusty on one side and sparkly on the other side, and it says, hey, you can take that sparkly side. You deserve everything. This is obviously readings today about, come on, let's find our own worth and our own prosperity, because they're like, give yourself credit. Go take the sparkly side. It may look too good to be true, but it has been laid in front of you through years and years of work that have been laying the foundation for all of your prosperity that's going to be coming this year. Amber Allen. Amber, you need to be in charge of your own, oh, I'm so sorry. I was going to say your own emotional state, but your guides went, you have to be in charge of your own garbage, or you're going to stall. Okay, be in charge of your own garbage, or you're going to stall. This is that shit or get off the pot card. Shit or get off the pot card says, come on, let's move forward. Let's move forward. It's time to do some inner work. Something needs to be said. Something needs to come out your mouth. Something needs to be said. Something needs to be reviewed, so that it can dissolve and resolve. Hopefully that's helpful. Heather Johns. Ooh. You're good. It's all good. First card I have for you is the Death card. Time to begin new things. Time to move forward and intellectually thinking about the way you want things to be, not the way things are. Because if you are not letting change happen, then this is just stagnation, right? Not reinvention. Ooh, that's good. You have good guides today. They're like, Temperance, you're an all or nothing kind of girl. You kind of step into everything, and it's time to start letting that shit go. You can't be all or nothing. You have to be able to spread yourself out a little bit more and create bounty everywhere. And by being in one space and not being able to do everything and do everything all in all the time for one particular thing, you are robbing yourself. You are robbing yourself. That's the only person you're robbing. God, they're on point today, aren't they, though? Billy Ann, good morning. I'm going to do a specific reading for you. Let go of the challenges. You do not need somebody to guide you. You are your own guidance, and step into the mystery of things, because you are going to be so satisfied with yourself this year that you are not barely going to be able to stand it. I do love that the Star card come out. It's like, find the mystery, find the joy, find the enjoyment. And then at the end of this year, you're going to be so satisfied, and you're going to feel all of the things that you brought forward in this life, emphasizing you. Denise. Let's see, Denise. Oh, okay. Denise, once again, I hear that somewhere over the rainbow. You're gonna have some tough choices this year. You're gonna have some tough choices this year, but you are totally guided. And I feel like you hear yourself, your internal dialogue. Make sure you pay attention to, is it me and I, or you and we? Because if you're saying me and I, you're talking to yourself. If you're saying you and we, you're talking to a guide or a past loved one. Pay attention to the you and we. They're trying to help guide you in the correct direction to clear up some of the debris that might have stepped into some decisions this year. You have, but don't knock everybody else out of it and feel alone as you go through some of these decisions. Because if you do that, you're going to only create some more obstacles for yourself, and then you're going to turn inward, and you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You already have your own wisdom. You know how to use it. Just allow your guides to be there and be of assistance to you. Okay. Hopefully that's helpful. Ocean time. I'm going through everybody, obviously, you guys. Ocean time. Are you, let's see. Ocean time. Throat chakra work. You need some throat chakra work. And I actually feel like that could be something that needs to be worked on with a male in your life that likes to talk over you, or is somebody that wants to be in charge. You need to start finding your own happiness, your own ability to create, because if you don't do that, you're going to find that you are feeling less of who you are by the end of the year. So find your own footing and be generous to other people. This is a big deal for you, Ocean time. Being generous, putting it out, it will come back to you. Put it out there. Put all the good feelings and the energy out there and the money out there that you need to, and you'll find that it comes back tenfold. Moving on to Susan Bogart. Good morning. Oh, yours is interesting. Jesus, Jiminy Crickets. Okay, I'll stop right now. The need for justice, for balance in life, is going to be something that is going to. It's almost like you're standing on a ball and you have this board underneath you, and you're trying to figure out which way to go. I need you to know that if you don't stand straight on that board and you tilt to one side or the other, it does not kill your happiness. It just changes the circumstances in which you move forward in life. Okay? If everything doesn't weigh perfectly, doesn't mean it's an end-all, do-all. It just doesn't. But you taking in charge of your own energy and stepping forward like that figure that knows exactly what they want in life, that is what brings you happiness. Let's just pull one more. Another one says, shoot or get off the pot with your decisions. Move forward. Just because it doesn't always go your way doesn't mean it's not still going to be prosperous. Hopefully that's helpful. Beth Fry, good morning-ish. Good morning-ish. This is actually me procrastinating and not doing some of the things I really need to do today. Basically because the holidays have screwed me up and I can't remember what I need to do now. True story. I need to get my shit back together. Okay. Beth Fry. Some of the things that you're hearing, you need to stop listening to. You need your own time. I never used to shuffle my cards like this, and then something happened. I don't know. Disenchanted. Okay. Not feeling quite your own personal power these days. Feeling as if there's more tilt to out of controlness. And that is, this is the card that I'm reading right here. The High Priestess. That is that feeling of mysticism, that feeling of divine spark. All of the things that are hidden, all of the mysteries have kind of been sucked right out of your energy field a little bit. It's time to start bringing those in. It's time to start feeling that again, feeling as if you are never walking alone, because this is divinely given to you. Your feeling of worth is divinely given to you. And if you are not seeing everything in your life that brings you passion and you're seeing the things that are work rather than that, then this is where you are. Stuck. And this is that father energy that comes out that says, hey, this is where this is coming from. And if you keep revolving there, you're not going to move forward. How do we move forward? We find our gifts. We find, and I don't mean run around saying you're psychic or anything like that, but finding and feeling as if you're working in cooperation with your guides and your loved ones rather than against everything that goes into your life. It's time to start finding your inner goddess, is what they're saying. Your inner goddess. Okay, Christine Emerson. Christine, I'm wondering if you're catching phantom smells, because I just picked up like this whole, if you're picking up phantom smells, just pay attention to who comes to mind first and let that communication flow, because that's what they're saying is you have guidance from the other side right now, and it's going to help lead you to financial prosperity. You're going to be in charge of this because you have all the skills you need. You've been building your skill repertoire to bring you to where you are right now. You have everything you need to move forward. Engage it. Magician, right? One of the most powerful cards in the deck. You got it. So Jansen, Heather is a shamanic student already. So she took the shamanic apprenticeship when it came out the first time. So she's a shamanic student already. But you can come to since you've already taken the psychic development, you can come to that class. Absolutely. Jansen, let's see. What do we have for Jansen? I like that pull. Didn't feel right. So that felt good. You should do. Okay. It's cold out. I was out at 7:30 this morning taking care of horses, cleaning stalls. I prepped the stalls for night, and I was like, that felt like accomplishment. First of all, I could walk when I still come in. I have not been out in the barn for a long time, and I felt like, 10 pounds of pounded shit the last couple days. Going, I don't like cleaning stalls. Oh, here we are again. Okay, that's where we're supposed to be. Working in cooperation with other people. This is if this were this way, I'd be like, what are you walking away from? But you're walking towards some really great cooperation with other people to grow and expand on a broad spectrum, like a broad spectrum of people that are there to help you. You have all the things you need to move forward with that. All these little hidden gifts that might be popping in that you just go, holy crap, I didn't realize that was going to be happening. And look, people coming to you for thoughts and content and intuition and all of the things that you might have just in the past been, I don't want to do. What is with this card today? The shit or get off the pot card. What are we doing? The shit or get off the pot card. Let's make this shit happen. That's a really incredible. That's a big card today, isn't it? That's a big card. Jessica Morgan. Here we go. Jessica Morgan. Why are we doing tarot and only tarot? Because it's a shit or get off the pot day. It's the new year. Here we go. Oh, it's all about sharing. Oh, okay then. Jessica Morgan, this is about feeling your own energy put out and brought back in. Um, the kindness that you show to other people may not always be reflected right out the gate in what you think should come back to you. And sometimes that sucks and it makes us draw back a little bit and not extend some of the things and the gifts and the happiness and the joy because we feel as if we're being drugged down a little bit. I need you to understand that if that is removed from you, if your kindness and your generosity is to be pulled back because you don't feel like it's being returned, that's not, it's going to cause issues. We don't do that. We give because that's what we want to do. We share because that is what's we want to do. But I want to talk about the King and Queen of Swords on here. They're like, hey, if we are paying attention to what we're doing and we are giving and doing an exchange, it will work out in the wash. Okay, it works out in the wash. So just make sure that you don't pull back just because you don't feel as if something's being returned to you. The universe sees it. The universe sees it. I'm supposed to pull one more card. And this is, of course, not with everything. This is with probably an individual. Because when you just continue being joyful and giving and sharing, it pays off. It pays off. Hope that's helpful. You done you. Okay, let's see. You're joining Eastern Star. Andrea Keegan. Andrea Keegan. Andrea Keegan. Andrea, I want to talk about, they're giving me like a glitch on the bottom of your foot. I don't know if you have any kind of bunions or heel spurs or anything like that, but pay attention to your feet. If you are starting to get any kind of foot pain, make sure you're taking care of them. Get good shoes. Don't wear classy shoes just because they're cute. Okay? I know that's silly to say. I honestly, I've always been very protective of my feet, and there's been some shoes that I've actually bought and never worn. What is it with girls and shoes? But they're just saying, make sure you're paying attention to where your feet, how your feet are and where you're putting them. I know it's silly, but keep your feet out of other people's muck. So don't get involved in other people's shit because that blocks your grounding, by the way, because what comes around goes around. Let other people do their own thing and stay out of their stuff because what comes around goes around there. Absolutely. Okay. Watching from Britain. Okay. Own it all. We deserve everything. We absolutely do. Winged Wanderer. Winged Wanderer. Winged Wanderer. So I want to talk to you about Palladians. I want to talk to you about your, this is weird. I want to talk to you about your sex drive. If that has found to be lacking, so sorry. The Pleiadians kind of are standing off on the side going, we are waiting just for you to ignite yourself. And they want to talk about purple. They want to talk about your crown chakra. They want to talk about your connection to them and your intuition and channeling and listening. You've got to listen. You need to start listening to some of the things that you have come across and don't just discount them as, that was weird. But Pleiadian, you should be meditating to Pleiadians. And the reason the Pleiadians and sexuality come together is because Pleiadians are like the sexual gurus of the star systems. I mean, they are the sensual, feel energies. And they're like, welcome back. You're absolutely a Pleiadian starseed. Hope that helps. Jamie Knott. Jamie Knott. Jamie, I would like to say make sure you're taking care of, if you have any kind of cold going on, anything respiratory. As I go to try and breathe in, I feel a little bit of tightness here. So make sure you're taking care of yourself respiratory wise. Get on some elderberry or something preemptive if you don't have a cold. Make sure you're paying attention to that. And this is not fear mongering at all. It is basically your guides come across with time to take a deep breath. You don't you don't breathe deep enough to exchange all the oxygen in your lungs, which also means you have stagnant energy in your lungs as well. So that also comes into solar plexus energy of it's time to release some things and bring in some new creativity. Um, that was funny. My guides went, look, Lisa hasn't read like this in a long time. It's time to bring in some creativity, and they want you to bring in the color orange and yellow. So like bring in some sunshine into your life, bring some light into your life. If you get seasonal depression, now is the time to head that shit off. All right. Start bringing in a bunch of yellow into your house. Add some yellow into the room you sit in a lot. Things like that. It's time to start bringing that in, and quit looking at things as problems. Quit looking at things as problems. Start looking at things as solutions and move forward with them, because you have all the answers. Hopefully that's helpful. Okay. So Lexi Roxburgh, I don't know if the people are still here or not. I'm just going to do it. Lexi Roxburgh would like a card. How about a couple cards? I want to talk about somebody on the other side that wore their hair kind of like curls along in here. It has a grandmother, great grandmother feel to them. And I also want to talk about pearls that this person, they were just very small pearls that they would have worn in their ear. This person would have, oh, this is actually a photo. So this is somebody showing themselves much younger. They show me in a black and white photo. It is a female, of course. And she has on, at the time, she might have had some red lipstick. And that might be an indicator, like the red lipstick seems like a big thing. Like you might have seen the red lipstick in a bathroom drawer or something like that. And for whatever reason, this red lipstick has something to do with anything. I also hear music related to this person. I don't know if they listened to music or you had a favorite song together, but just know that this person resides in your energy. If you don't know who I'm talking about, that's okay, because I can't hinge myself on that either. This is just information that I bring across from you, and it may not be somebody that you remember, but it is somebody in your family line. Because as I say that, they're like, no, we're in the family line. And if you go back and you find some pictures, they also have. So I wonder if this was a military outfit, because I get this. This collar line here and a vest that goes over top of it, and this was just a really interesting, strong person in your family. Whatever you're working on this year, go forward, go for it. They're saying, hey, indecision is a thing of the past. You don't need that anymore. Go for it, because this is a very, very prosperous new year for those that believe that it's a very prosperous new year for them. For those that are manifesting shit, that's all they're going to get to. So make sure you guys are manifesting what works for you. Here we go. They are on point. Okay, I'm reading through to see. I am now at 17 minutes behind, so I'm reading through to see what some of the messages are, because, oh, here we go. So when I speak to my guides, I say you and I. So when you're internal dialogue and you're talking to yourself, pay attention. Do you say me and I, or you and we? When you talk to yourself in the brain, because that makes a difference. If you're saying me and I, you're talking to yourself. If you say you and we, you're talking to somebody else, like a regular conversation. Patty S. Hi, how are you? Kate, you know who. I love that. That's great. Silenced no more. Wonderful. This is me just going through, Kate, and giving everybody who was in the feed a read. So if you're still here, let me know. I'll check at the bottom. Patty S., you do the same, please. Trudy Gale, how are you? How are you? Let's see. I know I read for Sue. Trudy, let me know if you're still here. Beth Fry, I've read for. Sarah Higby, I have not read for yet. Make sure you comment at the bottom, Sarah, if you're still here. Jamie Knott, you've been scattered everywhere since Thanksgiving. That's a thing, right? I have been like, since we come back from the cruise, like I have a mountain of work to do, all online for membership. I can't find a starting point. So if you're not part of the My Mystical Life membership, you can scan the QR code over here, and I don't know where it takes you. Somebody let me know. I have no idea. But you can go to mymysticallife.com and start on your intuitive journey for the brand new year. Nailed it. Perfect. Christine, great. Gotcha. Jansen, gotcha. Lisa Phillips, how the hell are you? Comment at the bottom if you're still here. I know, should or get off the pot. I know it's the thing today. Aline, good morning, afternoon. If you're here, let me know. Good morning, Angel. I had a bunch of people jump on while I was doing this 15 minutes. So if you haven't received a reading, at the very bottom, how's Dustin today? Dustin, who? My nephew? Watch your step. I know, it's a shit or get a paw off the pot. It is. It is. Okay. If you haven't received a reading and you're on here, let me know at the bottom. No. I'm just still 5 minutes behind reading comments. Courtney Lopez, hi, how are you? If you are still here at the bottom, let me know. I do enjoy, this is more channeled reading, you guys. This is really just flow. For Cal Corey, how are you? Courtney Lopez again. There's Mr. Fry. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to start here, I think. Yeah, I think I'm going to start here. Okay. Raquel, Corey, how are you? So here we go. Let's see. We're doing just basic readings today. And anybody that's on the feed, if you haven't received a feed, message, comment at the bottom. I'm here. And I will hit those right now. Raquel, Corey. Oh, too many worries. Too many worries. Don't be losing sleep over things, Raquel. It doesn't do any good. It just makes things worse, right? When we're tired, we're grouchy. And everything is going to be revealed to you in this year, actually. That's nice. You have a lot of things coming in. Don't overthink shit. And don't try to be in charge. You don't have to do that. Don't overthink and don't try to be in charge. Oh, God, this must be for me. Because you have everything you need to move forward this year. And you should be listening to your guides. You should be listening. This is so funny. Your guides are like, listen to the stars. If you listen to nothing else, listen to your astrology. Oh my gosh, you guys never hear me say that. Listen to your astrology. That's what your guys are saying. Listen to your stars because you got it all. You have everything you need. Be that Empress energy, that mother energy, be a mother. And move forward because you got it. You've got everything you need this year. That's horrible, horrible English. But you just let go of the doubt and sail. If this is the Hangman, I swear to God, no, it's not okay. Move forward. You've got it. You've got it. Have some faith in yourself. Absolutely. Absolutely. Courtney Lopez. Courtney Lopez. Oh, I better pick these up. I could do this all freaking day. All day. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, we didn't go to My Mystical Life. So my page doesn't even know I'm on here. Doesn't that suck? Whatever. It just doesn't want to work sometimes. Courtney Lopez. Ooh, what are you doing this year? Oh. hmm. Um. Hmm. 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 Okay. So I want to talk about a brand new year for you, Courtney. You have a brand new thing starting, like a big brand new thing starting. You may not even be aware of it yet, because the feeling I get is like you're living half here and half there, and you have things you want, but you don't know how to get them. Please don't tell the universe how to bring you things. Please just say, I want. This is a big deal, you guys. Don't say I need, because all you're ever going to get is what you need. Always say I want. I want this and I want that. And things start to fall into place. Let go of the worry. This is the thing today. It is. And So here's your first card, the Fool. This is beginnings. This is the beginning of something new. You've let go. You've finished a cycle on something else. It is coming to a close. It is time to start all over. Make sure that you are understanding that you have all of the tools. This is a lot of major arcana this morning. Self-doubt. It's not going to lead you where you need to be. Don't start this new cycle that way. Live in what you have grown. Know that that what you've started is now growing into something that's going to start bearing fruit. I like that. And it doesn't mean that you just did it. It could be something that you started a long time ago, and all of a sudden it's going to pop up and be right there and available for you. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't, how does anybody else? Right? Okay. I'm going to do something I don't normally do, you guys. If my husband is still on here, I'm going to read for my husband. I never do that. Never. But when the mood strikes, that's what we do. And he's in the feed. I don't like that card. What the hell? Oh. I don't know if I want to read for my husband. Shit. This is why I don't read for my husband. God damn it. Here we go. Is Mr. Fry here? If I scroll away from this, then I'm going to lose where I'm at. I'm going to take a picture of this. Yeah, I'm going to take a picture of this spread. And then if he's not here, he can do with it what he wants. Yeah. Okay. Here's what it says. Here's what it says. It says, don't always feel like you have to do what your other half does. I don't know if I like this reading at all. Don't feel like you have to do everything that the other half does, because you have to find and move forward with what you do with passion and love and vim and vigor and all of the things that make it unique to you. Because what may be one person's way doesn't necessarily have to be another person's way. And the only person that really, really judges you is you. You've stepped out of your own personal power in so many different things in life that sometimes you have a hard time seeing, there's lines are blurred, but it's time to start on your own fool's journey and bring to light some of the things that have been hidden from you before, only through your own individual doubt and unsteadiness. I see it's like feels like the floor is rocking. Could we get any more major arcana? Let's see. Let go of the things that hold you back, because self-doubt will not bring you the prosperity that you want. Ooh, I'm going to let that one go. We're letting that one go now. Moving on. Sarah Higby. I don't think anybody's ever seen me read for Sam on here. I don't think I've ever but read for Sam maybe one other time, and that would have been in a class. Okay, Sarah Higby. I got somewhere, which means choices. A financial choice. I don't know if you are looking at a house or looking at changing residence or a big purchase. They show me your home. So I don't know if maybe that even is a refinancing or something like that, but they're talking about your home and expansion. A lot of reoccurring cards here today. It's time to start stepping out of your comfort zone. Time to start stepping out of your comfort zone. Your time for introspect is over. It's time to have action now. Step away from the fear of it, because this would be fear. This is, time to start feeling you are who you are. And once again, things that you've planted are starting to come out. The things that you have set in motion through deep thought and through, I want this, is going to start to really manifest for you. And all of your hard work is paid off throughout the course of this year. Watch. Okay, Aline. Can you guys hear me shuffling? If you see me reshuffle, it's because I had the same cards pop out, and I'm shuffling the shit out of these cards, and I would like them to be more cooperative, so it doesn't look like I don't know how to shuffle. Okay, Aline. Aline, what do you do? Oh God, you have one guy that's like, there are some areas in life where you might feel sorry for yourself. Get over that shit. This is almost like, hey, quit living in the past. There's nothing there for you but depression. That's where depression lives, you guys, in the past. When we rehash shit over and over and over again, I can't grow because of depression. Anxiety is in the future, and anxiety is like, I'm afraid of. Get rid of them both. Live right here, right now, in this moment, and you are going to find that you have the most enlightening energy. So the energy they give me is like every step you take, people will listen. I don't know if you talk online or if you write or whatever you do. If you don't, you should, because they're talking about you having that energy that says, watch this, and here we grow. Oh, I like that. Here we grow. Move forward with it. When you find that aha moment, that feeling of, I'm in my space, I feel like I know what I'm doing. Like other people feel like they know what I'm doing. It's equally important. Then everything starts to flesh out for you, and the world is your oyster. But don't forget to move forward. It's another big card today, the Chariot. Because if you are staying still, that's all that ever happens is you stay still. Notice all the prosperity in the cards today, you guys. I mean, wow. Patty, how would you scan if you're using a phone? Scan what? I need more information, Courtney. Patty, stand up straight. Pay attention to your posture. You guys want to talk about you're looking down at your electronics too much. Make sure you are using some type of shungite or orgonite to block some EMF that you have around you. It may be something that's contributing to a fuzzy feeling that you have in your brain. Also pay attention to your eyes. Make sure that you're using a screen that is, I know this is the weirdest information, using a screen coloring that is not too harsh for your eyes. Fatigue is a big deal here. Also, throat chakra, they want to talk about your breathing. They want to make sure you're breathing deep enough, exchanging energy. You have a little bit of a stagnant energy right here in the heart chakra area. They want you to start really exchanging, and stretching your shoulders. I don't know if you're having some back issues or what's going on, but they're like, hey, posture is important. Stretching your shoulders is important. Really breathing deeply and making the change there is going to be a big deal, because the Tower card, because if you don't do that, you're not going to have any change in the new year. That's a scary looking card, right? If you don't create some change physically, you're not going to have any change on the outside as much as you would like to have. So you have to be your force of change. You have to be your force of change. And that's when all the really cool shit starts happening. When you be able to start doing the things you love to do. That's important. That's important. Also want to talk about the feeling of maybe not being able to do some things because of maybe financial obligations or being in a situation where you have to be the parent and you can't go do a whole lot of things that you want to go do. Just know that you have help. Are you asking for the help that you have around you, though? Are you asking for help? Are you good at asking for help? Not quite sure. Moving on. I hope that's helpful. Sometimes we need a little shedding on light on some of the things that we don't do. Trudy Gale, the time for thought is over. Time for introspect is over. Time to be the shining light that we all know you can be. Because as you start stepping out and talking with other people, they become emotionally engaged. And all of a sudden you have all this new stuff going on in your life. And you have to start letting go of some of the little quibbles in the background. Stop giving your attention to the things that don't matter. And stop looking as if, oh, I understand. Thank you. Stop looking at other people as if I wish I could do that. I have my James Van Prague moment here, right? Like, I wish I could be like James Van Prague, but I don't want to be him. I want to be me. And that's what they're saying. Hey, you've got all the skills you need to be the best you possibly can. What other people do is their thing. Have you discovered yours? Moving on. Oh, see, I'm so far behind now, you guys. I'm 16 minutes behind again. And there we go. So I have to catch up again. Let me scroll down. I'm at 16 minutes. I'm reading. Hey, I don't trust you. I don't think Sam was here, thank God. I don't trust you. No, you stay here, sir. Anyhow. Unfortunately, my dog needs to go out. And he's old. And it's 15 degrees outside, so I can't leave him out there. So I'm going to have to go deal with that, you guys. But I hope that you had a wonderful afternoon, and you have a wonderful afternoon. And so we're having to readjust our schedules. What are you doing? Okay. And I will be on in the afternoons. This just became a thing yesterday, so I have not set a time yet. But that is one of my New Year things is I will be setting a time that I will be online. For your validation, I got a sponsored mediumship mentorship. Awesome, Courtney. Okay, I gotta go take care of him. I will talk to you guys later, and find light, find love, find joy, feel divine, because you are. And have a wonderful day, you guys. I hope to see you on here over the course of the week. All right.